Alright, now we're ready to do the axle. So we got this nut here, and then back there we have all the nuts that are on the differential that come down to the axle. And I have to take this stabilizer link out of the way and possibly the tie rod here to get enough space to pull it out, because if I didn't have to, I didn't want to disturb the bearing, and we just want to make sure everything's in good condition. We'll probably take and wire brush this off and just make sure everything is clean. Alright, we're going to take and remove the axle here that we have a leaky boot on. So removing and replace an axle on a 94 Chevy K2500 6-lug. Your gas engines and all would probably be the same as this. I'm pretty positive this is the same, but we're going to go ahead and get this axle out. We got to remove this stabilizer bar, hopefully without too much trouble, because it looks kind of rusty. Head on the bolt, it's not too good. I'd end up cutting it off anyway. This is a whole spacer, more than likely it's rusty in there. So use a little bit of motor coat spray. We'll see what happens. No problem. Alright, so I got a long extension. I'm going to take and remove all the bolts on the back that hold the axle to the differential. Alright. And it dropped out. So now I wonder if there'd be enough room, which I doubt. I don't have that kind of luck. Because I do believe this is froze. I'm going to have to work on getting that loosened up. So, then we'll try and pull the axle out. Alright, we're ready to put our axle in. I had to take the reciprocating saw and cut out the stabilizer bolt because it was literally rusted fast. Sometimes when you're replacing them, it's just better off to take and cut it off. So let's get wrenching. We'll put that, try and slide that axle back in. Okay, put a little bit of grease on the spline. Now let's get her up in there and see if we can slide her in. No problem. Now before we'll tighten up the wheel bearing nut, we'll take and put our bolts in back on the axle housing back here. Okay, you want to make sure your bolts are nice and clean for when you want to slide them into the axle, and you want to get them started. You don't want to use any compressed air or impact wrench at all. You don't want any risk of damaging the threads, or that would be very bad. So we get them all started. These are a decent sized bolt, so we'll just take the impact gun and we'll snug them up real good without getting too carried away. Alright, we got them all set. Now for the impact wrench. Alright, we're going to snug these up. Okay, we're going to snug these up, so you want to kind of stagger as you go. And then once you get them all down, you can go around and torque them the rest of the way. Okay, that's all done. If I forgot to mention, back in here you want to make sure everything is cleaned. I already wiped that all down. We install our washer, install our big nut, take our big socket and our impact gun, turn her all the way up. Now we got that installed, but once the truck is on the ground sitting on a tire, then we'll take the torque wrench and torque that to 200 foot-pounds. Okay, we got our nut installed, we got that torque. Once again, I'll say once we get the truck down on the ground, we can torque that to 200 foot-pounds, and this is basically how you install an axle. We're going to get our stabilizer bolt back in. We're going to do that right now. Alright, once we had our stabilizer bolt back in, quick tip here is make sure you put never seize on this. That's why that rusted. 3 years ago, I can't remember if I did or not, but I think it's a good valuable tip to do that. So, but basically this is how you install an axle on the front of a 90 Chevy truck, 6-lug. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tune into the next video. We'll finish up doing caliper replacing or brakes. So again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and remember, keep on wrenching.